Hi friends, now we are supposed to see today the continuation of the class. The previous classes we discussed the mutable and immutable objects. Now today we are going to see that class 7. In this we are going to cover the topics input function. It's nothing but input function you can define like this: input parenthesis, or you can call it as input function. What is input function and what is the importance of that, and what is including the information input that we can see. And second thing is we have previously versions, we have first, second, third. And what is the difference between right now we are using a third version of the Python, and what is the difference between the second version and third version Python we can see now today. And what are the input functions will work and how that individually, that those are all the things we can see today. So let us, I'm going now today this input function. So input function is a predefined function in Python, which is used to read the data from the keyboard dynamically at the runtime and at the time of execution of time. The input function will behave like differently in the second and third version of Python. So that is I'm going to say the input functions will define predefined functions in the Python, and which is used to read the data from the keyboard dynamically. So we are the users, we are supposed to give the input to the keyboard dynamically at the runtime of a program, or nothing but execution of the program. We need to give the input to the input functions. So corresponding that what is the function of input, those should work as per the requirement. So those input functions behaves different and differently their behavior in Python of second language and the second version and third version of the Python. Second version and third version of the Python, it will be different in different ways. Second version and third version, please copy this. Second version and third version of Python, which will work differently. But what are the differences there? Second version, third version. This is also some of the interview questions, and what is updation the second to third version? What did you observe? Or the second version of Python, what is the behavior? And third version, what is the behavior? Thought we need to see. So some behaviors I have observed, those I'm trying to make it in presence of you. The second version of the Python, the input default, it's work like an integer format. It's very important. Default, it work as a int format. Second version of the Python, it's behave like a default int version. In third version of the Python, it behave default like a string format. It's very important. First is in second version of the Python, it behave like a int format. The third version, it behave like a string format. I hope you know what is the int string. Next, in second version of the Python, the input or input function will convert int into few data types only. So we have int that is predefined. Second version, it will work default. So that int input will convert only few data types. Second version of the Python, inputs function will convert into only few data type conversions. That is, if int is there, int will convert into int, float, bool, complex, list, tuple. It is a value conversions. Understood, right? Int will be converted into int, float, bool, complex, list, tuple. And invalid means int cannot be converted into string, set, direction, sorry, dictionary, frozen, set. The valid condition is int can be converted into int, float, bool, complex, list, tuple. But int should not supposed to be convert into string, set, dictionary, frozen, set. So you're trying to use these conversions in second version of the Python, we are going to get an errors. So this is not possible in the second version of the Python. So that is a way we to overcome this second version of the Python. We are using a third version. And even if you have a second version of Python in your computer, if you wanted to overcome this, before writing input, you need to write raw underscore. You type it as you can write raw underscore. You write your input functions. It will work like a as usual third version of the Python. In second version of the Python, the input functions will be throw errors. These are the cases. To overcome these invalid cases, you can use raw underscore input function. It will convert all data types into the third version of the Python. It's work as usual. So this is the invalid cases. You can use this one. It will work as usual. So I don't have any second version of the Python in my laptop. That's what I'm using directly. Telling examples here. So say example, you can write a program. Int sorry, a is equal to input, enter the value of a, input value of b, print a plus b. I'm adding a two numbers. Just I'm writing enter the value a is equal to Praveen I'm given. So Praveen is what? A string data type. So string data type, it is not supposed to be valid in the case of second version. So automatically it will get an error in the case of second version Python. To overcome these kind of problems, the same program in second version, I told you what raw input function we need to use. So before that, you can mention like if you write a program like this in the second version program, you are trying to providing the string data type as the inputs. Praveen, I entered. Then after B, Praveen Kadapala enter. I go to get Praveen Kadapala. I go to get in the second version. Previous case when I enter like this, I got an error because second version invalid condition string set to dictionary frozen. It's not allowed. I'm trying to give. I got an error. To overcome these problems, what I told you, we need to get raw underscore input. You can give. We're going to get it out. So that is the way we are trying to overcome these raw input functions to that. So automatically the problem will be eliminated in the second version of the Python. I hope it's very clear. So there was the problem is clear. So this is the way second version of the Python problems input functions we can give raw inputs. If you use a third version of the Python, there was no problem to you. The third version of the Python, we have a default string. It will convert it to all data types. There was no exception. Everything will validate. Every input function it's supposed to take, it should work as usual. So string you can convert into float, bool, complex, list, tuple, string, set, dictionary, frozen. Anything conversion is possible. There was no invalid condition in the case of a third version of the Python. It will work comfortably all. I hope it's very clear. So let us, we can see a one by one int how it work, float how it work, boolean how it work, complex how it work, list, tuple. From that I'll take some example as per my time convention. Other things you can use and you can let us say is it working properly or not. Let us you can see. It could be easy to you. Okay. Next I'll say. In third version of Python, input function or input functions will take data from the users, display this in the string of concatenations format. So this is a basic without using any input function before this casual thing how the results is coming in the string of concatenation joins in jointing the data. If you use example, what they're telling it will results will display string of concatenations form. Concatenation means jointing the two numbers, so jointing the data. Okay, let us see an example. Here I was given one example. If you write a program, input a is equal to input enter the value of a, b and print a plus b. So what is the value will come without default cases. Let us this program I'll take because anyway I have a third version of Python. I will take and install. Let us see copy. I'm opening. I have already opened in the batch mode file. This I'm trying to. I'm writing my program. Enter the value a, enter the value of b, print a plus b. I write a basic program. This is a third version. Top is a 3.10.4. Control is just to run it as. Let's see how things will work. Enter the value of a. So I'm giving enter the value of 5. I'm giving just enter. Enter the value of b. I'm taking a 6. So what we're expecting? Print a plus means you are expecting is 11. So it does not come like this. It will concatenation side by side data will come. 56 will come. Understood? So that is the case we are going to get. Okay. So that is the way we are supposed to use before the input function. We can write as a predefined function. It's like a concatenation format. That is error to output expectation 56. Whatever you write the value, it is come side by side. So any doubt, let us you can try one of another value would try. So if you write at 10, a is a 10, the value of 20. What if it's not 30? It is 10, 20 will come. So 10, 20 side by side will come values. So, but this is as per the convention of addition, it is not the correct way. To overcome this, to get an exact values, we has to use read data conversions in our own format. To get it out, we have to use the type conversions into float, boolean, string. The way you use this, we have to use before the function. What type of data you are giving? Int means you can give int before that. Float means float you can give. Boolean means boolean you can give, and you can see. So without mentioning any other things in the third version of Python, for trying to adding any data, it should look like a concatenation format will come side by side will come the numbers. So to overcome this, whatever you are using, you can use all the functions here. I return the string here, you can write all into float, boolean, complex, everything is possible. What are the value you are supposed to give, you can use all the functions. The complex will come, list also will come, tuple data will come, string function and set function and dictionary. So whatever we have the functions, you can give like this. So these are all whatever, if you are using int data, you can give before the value int. Okay, these are all functions possible. So out of this, I'll take some example. I can show. Then you can see other. You can try your own. Let us take before I told you right. If I'm using the int data, what I should write before I can write int is enough. So let us. I'm trying to open our program. Before you can write int data. You are supposed to enter means int data. You can create enter. Here you can write one more int here. Value sending the int also. Now addition will use. Okay, a plus b. Now it should become exact values. Control S, save it and run it. Value 5 you enter, then 6 you enter. The value how much you are expecting? 11 it should get. So we got an answer exact in 11 because here 5, 6 are integer values. We are getting exact answer. So 10, 20 also if you want to check, you can check it out. Once again you run it. So enter the value is 10. Just next 20. So value is 30. 10 plus 20 is 30. Previously we don't get like this. We got 10, 20. Now answer is exactly 30 we got. I hope the thing is clear. So whatever we want, we can give the priority, whatever supposedly you can give that. So into conversions. So some set of rules will be there into what is the conversion will going to take place. We got okay. So let us from this we have some set of rules how the things will going to work. If we use, let us we have individual function analysis, we have individually. Let's I'll give one by one. Let us I'll go for example of int. We have a set of conditions. So in third version of Python, if you use int data type, if you use int data type, if you use int data type conversion, it means it will convert only the into data. It will convert, so it will allow only into data. Then it will means then it like be better. Then it allow only into data, not allow other data. It allow only into data, not any other data. It means to say if it is you wanted to give int value, if you are writing in the before the answer int, it will allow only int, not other type. If you wanted to suppose to give float value, boolean value, whatever you give, it doesn't support. It's only int data will support. That is what I wrote. Understood? If you wanted to understand, let us I'll take an example for your convenient. Not any other data. So that is what is telling only into, if you are writing before the function, if you use int, it will allow only into data. It doesn't take another data. So I wrote invalid condition. If we give a float value, it is not supposed to take. So let us, we can run our program. Let's. So this is int, right? Let's run it. So I'm writing a 5, 6. The answer is 11. So int I have given. It's valid only. Int to int only calculation. If you have next once again I run it is. I am trying to give float value. Let's see how the things will float value. Example 5.55 I am given. Enter. It is entering an error. It means I told you other than when you are writing a function int, you can give only int value. Other than if you give float value or any other value, if you give, it will show an error. Want I'll take another value also. So boolean we go. T TRU, true, error will come. So whatever you give, it shows an error. Other than int, like float, boolean, whatever you give, it shows some error. So invalid case I wrote. I shows an example. I hope it is very clear because float is does not allow because so int conversions will only int value will support. Before the input function you can use int, it will only support int. Other things it's not possible. Next, I'll supposed to go. Second case is third version of Python. Next, I'll take a float example. The float data type it will converts only. It will converts. Then it will it allow only int and float type. Both cases it allow. Float and int is allowed. Other things not allowed. So int only int allowed. But in the case of float case, it will allow int as well as float. Both values will be supported. Okay, let's see is it supported or not. We'll check it out. Float data type. It is not supposed to allow any other data type other than int, float, whatever you give. If float is input, it's not supposed to take. So let us see our case. Example here, what you can write before the answer. Float. You're supposed to try to give float input, right? Write a float here. So it is not. It is supposed to eliminate enter. Supposed to eliminate enter. I got one extra bracket. Now it's clear. Yes. Float. So entering value should be float. Let's save it. What is a here? It support int and float. Both is supported. Others not supported. Let's I'll try to give and run it. I'll check it as first with the integer. I'll check, and after that the float also I'll check it out. A is equal to 5. B is equal to 6. Answer is 11. Correct only. Once again run it as and try to get the float value. Let's see. 2.5. Enter 3.5. I'll give. What is the answer? 6 is what? It's correct. It's allowing that decimal. So it floats. So others will try how the error will come. Is it error will come or not? That's I like Boolean. It should come error. Definitely it's getting error. So float is allowing only int and float. Not others is not possible. I hope it's very clear for you. So I was explained int over float over. Next I'll go for Boolean. Other thing is possible. So time conversion I return some cases. So Boolean value again it's error. Now second case will go. Now it's go for did I given the Boolean case here? Float is given. If you wanted to go for Boolean also, you can give Boolean. So list LC, then I'll go for Boolean also. List data type. As per the convention, list data type here it's very important. List data type it will convert. It will allowed only list data type. Any other data type it's not allowed. If you are supposed to give any other data type, it's supposed to send an error. It's supposed to send an error other than list data type. Let's see. So it will only allow list data like any other data into float, whatever you're giving, it's supposed to send an error. So same we can see this program. I'll directly copy paste it as. Let's see. Yes, we are supposed to give list data type. So list only allowed. Any other data, first I'll give the list. So after that you can give. So I'm writing is a 2, comma 1 Boolean value. I'll write 2 Boolean, and we can write Ravin. I'll give 1 value. So A value enter list. So B also you should enter list. So I'm supposed to go now ASB. Then one decimal value give 3.5. I'll give some other value. I'll go for 2 plus 4J or 4J. Supposed to give some data. Let's see. It's going to working. List should work, right? Just enter. So list is like this combination. So list data should be working. It's adding these two data as per the conventions. So list is allowed. So I told you other than list, it's not supposed to allow. Let's see. So I'm checking. First, I'll go for integer check. Work not beginning. So integer, it is not adding the values. It is giving a side by side. It's concordation it's doing. So integer is not working properly. It's not work. I'll give. So we go for a float value. 2.5 we are supposed to give. 3.5 will give. So again, it is doing concatenation only. Side by side is you are getting. It's not adding the data. So other things you check it out. So it is list only allowed. Other things it's not supposed to coming as per the requirement. So list type only allowed only list. I hope it's very clear. So list is allowed only list data. Any other data I'll give. It's supposed to error or you are supposed to it runtime error or it's not supposed to get. I can write like this. It will throws runtime error, type error, or you are going to get unexpected output. It's very clear. So this is a valid case. I told you any other cases will come. Whatever you are supposed to give, any other value, boolean supposed to, it will show error or something else. It is supposed to get another input will come. So list is clear. So another class, other things will be there. So you want time permits for your interest. Look for complex also. Let's see. So these three over list also complete. Complex I'll go. Let's see how the complex or bool also is not there, right? So let's go for a bool. We'll see. How the things will work properly or not. Just run it. Let's see. Is the bools allowed or not? So A is equal to true, I'll write. We can write false. So true is like one value, false will take in another value. Combination they are given is 2. It's correct only, working very good. Let's into type, you'll see how the working. Let's see. 5 are given, 6 are given. It's also taking the working nature is different here. 5 is taking the 1, 6 is taking the 1, it's giving the count is given 2. So functionality cases, it is treating these values also like 5 is taking like a true one, so 6 is like a taking true or false. It's counting like a, whatever the value you given, it is treating it is like this. So whenever so wanted to do that integer operations, you are trying to use a boolean functions. So what are you going to cut? They're adding the count will count. So we are not getting exact output. This we can treat it as unexpected output. This is expected. How many functions will be there? This is unexpected output. In the case of boolean. I hope it's very clear. Okay. So till this is clear. So I completed int, float, bool, complex also not completed. List I completed. So you can try complex values, how the working, tuples, string, time permits. I'll go for a complex, how the things will be there. For our hands-on practice, let's see how the complex. Let's see complex numbers we are trying to add. The working properly or not. Any issues? Let's see. Control S. Run it. Because I'm trying to give 2 plus 4 J. Next 3 plus 5J. It's coming very close. 5 plus 9J. 2 plus 3. Real part is 5. Imaginary part 5 plus 4 plus 5. It is 9J. It's working properly only. So complex is allowing complex. Others is working allowed or not. Let's see. I'll give 5. 6. It's working properly or not. 11 plus 0. So complex it's allowing int and integer value. So nothing but it's no can say not say integer values. So numbers are giving, it is taken real and imaginary part. We are giving a real means it's taking zeros assumptions. It's working properly only. So integer values, real type values is taking, imaginary it's taking, assumptions it's taking. It's like a, even you are trying to give the, we are thinking the integer values, it is taking it is like this. So let's see, try for a complex sorry, float. Let's, I'll see, wonders how should we see float case, then I understand the nature. 2.5 and the 3.5, same it is taking, same case it's stated, it is even you are giving the values, you are thinking real numbers and float numbers, it is taking as it's like a float numbers by taking imaginary part is 0. Let's we go for a boolean, we'll see boolean value how it's working. True, we are supposed to give, it's error. Now we understand, so it is showing error. Okay, so this is sending an error. So this is the case, we are getting an error. So like this, so I completed the class into float boolean complex list. Then you try for tuple string set dictionary present, how the working you can write it as what is allowing, what you're experiencing, we can say to the interviewers. So example, people will ask in the interviews, if you go like this functions, if I type here, they will not say, they will say complex will give, if I'm entering the value, they're expecting if I say like this value, what is the answer will come, which error will come, even if I'm giving the different type of inputs you're giving, what are the errors will come. So they will ask the questions, you need to ready to answer. So that is why uh, we are supposed to do all conversions possible. uh, Make it with you the files, it could be used to you. Next class we'll go for string handling functions, we'll discuss in next class. So meanwhile you can go for this, once you go through this playback video, once you write down the notes all, second version third version difference I told you, and the conversion second version what is impossibility by making possibility raw inputs, and third version all possibles will be there. So I'll go for each and every input function. This is the input function usage. Now starting people are not understanding what is input function, how it could be work. So this is the natures of the input functions. Okay, in the third version of things. I hope it's very clear. Thanks for watching. If you want to continue the videos, go to our channel KSP Academy. In the playlist Python for beginners, I'm uploading the videos. Then you can see and enjoy the classes. Thanks for watching. We will meet in the next class. Till that, enjoy. Bye.